Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Parlay Revival. This week we are putting Parlay through yet another regatta here in Tahiti, which gets off to an amazing start, but what happens in a race when we all completely lose wind?
It's just the slowest race I've ever been in.
The Parlay crew then get ready for their next race in traditional canoes. Before we get up close and personal with some sharks and stingrays at Moorea Island. So I'm Colin, and this is the crew of Parlay Revival. From hurricane damaged to broken bulkheads and getting struck by lightning not once but twice, to being the strongest and fastest Lagoon 450 on the planet. We are now sailing 5,000 miles from Mexico to New Zealand, my home, before continuing our circumnavigation. So subscribe to follow our journey around this beautiful planet. 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the things you did. So what are you waiting for?
Morning everybody. So today is the start of the, what's this thing called? The Tahiti Regatta?
Tahiti Moorea Rendezvous.
The Tahiti Moorea Rendezvous. Rendezvous.
Says it on the shirt.
We are in a regatta again. We're racing from here in Tahiti over to Moorea. There's 25 boats. They keep stressing that it's not actually a race, it's just a rally. But when there's 25 boats going in the same direction, it's a race. We went to the initiation ceremony thingy last night. There were some live Tahitian dancers doing their thing. There were cocktail drinks. It was a really nice little event, and now we are about to start. So we're going to head out of the marina.
Because so many of us cruisers were heading across the South Pacific, with French Polynesia being our first stop, representatives from all over the South Pacific flew in to educate us on what we were to expect as we sailed into their countries, but also just partake in the festivities. So we offered to take Joe, who has built the one and only shipyard in Tonga.
It was a silly idea that stuck and then snowballed and grew and became its own living monster that we can't control anymore.
And Brenda, from the Ministry of Tourism for Vanuatu.
I look forward to the sailing today and meeting the beautiful people here on the catamaran. We also have another very special person on board today. You might remember them from the Pacific Crossing episodes. It is Vincent White!
Good morning, good morning. They brought in the big guns for the big race.
So Vince is Amanda's boyfriend. They've been together for a very long time. But Amanda's been on, as you've seen. And are you going back together, or are you going to hang out a little bit longer?
I don't know yet, I haven't decided. I think I might hang out a little bit longer.
What was it like going home after doing the crossing?
Sucked.
Back
Big
to
adjustment.
Reality?
Yeah, really big.
All right, let's race.
First regatta, are you excited?
Oh, I'm so pumped. Wow!
Are we gonna win?
Of course, hello. Do you know who our captain is?
He's already started that it's not a race, it's only friendly sail, he reckons. Give us halfway through it, we'll give you an update on that friendly sail.
The forecast is saying basically no wind today. We've got a bit of a breeze happening right now. We'll see all the boats coming out now. This is exciting.
My first regatta! I didn't even know what one was until the other day. So, super excited and hoping that we get some more wind so we can actually sail.
We've got 15 minutes until the start of the race. This is cool. There's so many boats out here.
The wind's coming from completely the opposite way, completely the opposite speed. We're not sure if we'll use the code D, we're just going to put it up just in case we need it. It's a friendly race, you know, so we've got to put it up now to have it ready so we're not wasting time in the friendly race.
Hey, engines are off.
Oh boy, this is my favorite part.
Are we going? Are we racing?
Yeah. Are we racing yet?
We're on. We're racing.
I got a bugle!
What?
Oh my god.
That's a live...
Look at Andy, he is killing me.
This is our friend friend Andy, he loves getting within inches of us, even when we're not racing.
Well, we're only going to be doing 1 knot. There was not meant to be any wind, but it's complete opposite. There's not a lot of wind, but it's nice wind.
8 knots. We're doing 6 knots and 8 knots.
The race is already off to such a cool start. We just had a bugler playing off the back of a boat, and all of our friends are here, and I think we're in 2nd or 3rd.
Good job, buddy.
Woo! Got the code out. We got 60 apparent, so we're right on the limit. See, it's luffing a little bit. We're doing 6.5 knots and 8 knots of true wind. Not bad.
Yeah, it's just great being out on sailing as opposed to flying up in the air. I love it.
This is my kind of racing.
Slow and steady.
If you can nap while you're racing, then you're winning.
So we were having a great race until we pretty much lost all of our wind around the backside of Moorea. Slowly, the boat started to turn on their engines and motor towards the finish line, which was obviously going to disqualify them. But with my true competitive spirit, I insisted that we would finish the race under sail. But I must admit, it was super tempting to turn on the engines when we were doing these speeds.
It's going to take us another 3 hours to get there. We're doing 1 knot. 3 miles away. 3 hours.
They must be calling the race soon. This is getting a bit ridiculous.
Andy's just crossed and he's way up there.
Amy, how'd you end up with this job?
Yeah, stitch up this one.
We're in about 6th place right now. It's just the slowest race I've ever been in.
All the boats are just bobbing around. Sails are super slack, luffing, and everyone's dropping out one by one, so hopefully we're the last man standing.
Race committee, this is Parlay. You copy?
Yes, Parlay.
Yeah, just curious, is there a prize for 5th place?
You get 50,000 new followers. It's a deal with the organization. There's no prize, but maybe a beer tonight. But you're not far, guys.
So even though it was pretty clear that we weren't going to get a prize, the race committee were encouraging us to see it through until the end. We were doing 2 knots with about 6 knots of apparent wind, so we did not break any speed records as we crossed the finish line.
Funny, we rival, you've crossed the finish line.
Thank you very much. That was a tough race.
Congrats, guys!
Parlay, you're awesome.
We just arrived to Moorea. How beautiful is this place?
Freaking amazing. Jurassic Park. 10 boats actually sailed all the way through. So we were one of them, and we came 5th or 3rd in the catamaran class. So not a bad day. It was tough conditions. We had like 3 to 5 knots of wind at the end there. But now our friends Erica and Warren are gonna raft up next to us, and we'll let the celebrations begin tonight.
Moorea is truly one of the most breathtaking islands you'll ever see. Its huge volcanic hills surround the anchorage with lush forests covering her from head to toe. It's mind-boggling to think that Captain Cook first sailed into this bay in 1777 on his 3rd voyage to the Pacific. Moorea has been kept in such pristine condition with no large buildings polluting the coastline, so the landscapes that Captain Cook had arrived to would have been pretty similar to this. Except now, there are hundreds of sailboats arriving every year, all of us retracing his footsteps from centuries ago, albeit with a ton of help from modern technology now. So next on the schedule was a race in the traditional canoes around Opunonu Bay. After a quick paddling lesson, we were ready to race, Parlay boys versus the Parlay girls. We've had a slight delay in the proceedings here. The New Zealand boat capsized, so now they're bailing it out.
You're next, get it.
I think we're gonna win. I have a good feeling about this one.
Parlay 2, taking home the championship.
Yeah, the girls!
We doing this or what?
Yeah, we're ready to go.
Parlay boys and Zoe versus the Parlay girls. Come on, guys.
Every day I put the devil across the line, just how I want it, facing the colossus of fear.
Oh, it's getting harder!
Yeah, guys. Take it in. Come on.
Oh, we're gonna have a collision!
Come on, Jeremy. Okay. You got it. You got this. You got it. Oh, yeah. Get it, Jeremy. Oh, we did it. So we ended up winning, but there may be some disputes. Yeah, what a day. It's not over yet. The games continued into the evening, but the Parlay crew was no match for the Tongan boys at the tug of war.
See, our whole team fell over.
The day finished with some traditional Polynesian dancing, which originally was used in many different occasions, such as welcoming visitors, during a prayer or religious worship, during battle to intimidate enemies, or just to show love and gratitude at a festival or a social gathering. Today, dancing is used to remember traditions and stories from their Polynesian ancestors, and it's a rich part of their culture here. The locals had shared so much of their lives with us over the last couple of days, including huge feasts and sharing some of their techniques and way of life with us, that we were feeling pretty grateful to even just be in this special part of the world. Really impressed with this regatta. If you guys are in Tahiti, I highly recommend doing this. It's just been amazing. The point of this whole thing is to promote South Pacific as a cruising destination. Just like the Caribbean is so popular and the Med's so popular, there's absolutely no reason why this place can't be as popular. It's actually better. I've done the Med, I've done the Caribbean. This place is absolute paradise, and it's got so much going for it. The only hard thing is that it's so remote. So the next morning we had the pleasure of showing some local boys from Moorea the boat, as none of them had ever been on a sailboat before, despite seeing them in their bay their whole lives. Let's go take some kids for a little cruise, and that'll be the end of an incredible 3 days.
Too many beers to captain.
No, that way. I've found that it's quite common for Polynesians to be a little bit shy when it comes to meeting strangers. But these boys were super outgoing and confident with themselves, which was really cool to see. They all took turns grabbing the wheel as we sailed around the bay, but the real fun began when we were anchored.
Takri pate pate.
Hee-ha!
Takri pate pate.
Hee-ha!
Tera mai, tera mai.
Papa!
Tera mai, tera mai.
Papa!
Oh baby.
Oh yeah!
Oh baby.
Oh yeah!
Thank you.
Such lovely, lovely boys. I just gave their little goodbye song or dance. What a way to finish. There we go. 2023 Tahiti Rendezvous Regatta is officially over.
Good morning, everybody. We are off to see the
Sharks and rays! Sharks and rays!
Yep, you heard that right. Swimming with sharks and stingrays. This is one of the main attractions at Moorea, and one of the advantages of having our own dinghy is that we get to do things like this early in the morning before the herds of tourists come kicking and screaming all over the place. We literally had this place all to ourselves with our good friends on We Sail and One Life. You may be wondering why these rays and sharks are literally not scared of humans at all. Well, over the years, the locals have been feeding these guys to the point where they are completely tame, and no one has ever been stung by the sharp barbed tail of the stingrays or bitten by one of the sharks. These reef sharks aren't renowned for ever biting anyone anyway, but the rays on the other hand would normally never get this close and personal with humans. The late Steve Irwin, aka the crocodile hunter, found this out when a stingray stung him straight through the heart in a tragic accident in 2006. So there aren't too many places on the planet that you'd ever consider getting this close to a stingray like this.
That was spectacular. It was fucking amazing. That was the best thing ever. Like, I can't even believe all the rays coming up onto you. They were like basically on your chest when you're in the water. Yeah. And the sharks were everywhere. It was incredible. Was it scary? Yeah, of course I was scared.
Thanks for watching, guys, and if you can't tell, French Polynesia is a pretty special place. Join us next week as we invite a bunch of our patrons to come sailing with us here in paradise.
Oh, it's stunning. It looks like Jurassic Park coming in here, and the colour of the water over there is amazing. Sail here, we were just surfing down the waves. It was absolutely stunning.
Oh, it's magnificent fun. I'm in love.